Hey everyone, welcome to our debut episode, the debutante moment of
Chismissed, the podcast that you can't resist to miss.
So we are the host of this podcast. I am Marvin. You can also call me Vin. And my co-host and my bestie over here is
Monica, you can also call me Mon, Nick, anything you like, to be honest. But yeah, we're actually going to head into the first episode, the debut episode, which is our origin story of Chismissed, how we became to be. So, Marvin, you want to hit us off?
So I'm gonna start off with so what I define chismis to be. So basically, I when starting chismis, I envisioned it as a unscripted conversation between us two. You know, essentially we would have a main topic in the podcast and then we'll talk about it, but like it's mainly about those unexpected stories. You know when you talk with your friends and then those weird stories that come up
and it just keeps going on and on, like it derails.
Yeah, and then you just keep on talking and then you don't even realize that so much time has passed by and you're just like, whoa, it's like the next day, or it's like, what time is it now?
Yeah.
You?
But honestly, for me, it's the same thing. It's like that, for example, you and I, like Vin, we have like a connection when we talk. We kind of have like, oh my God, that happened to me too. Like, no way. And it's always like just so relatable when it comes to like conversations with you.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why us two particularly wanted to start Chismissed. And the whole story like behind the name of Chismissed is just funny as well. So
so the name Chismis came about because I was like, oh, I want to start a podcast. So I was like, oh, what if we're both Filipino, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
So we're both Tagalog. And I was like, oh, what if we call it Chismis? And I was
like a play on word.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't really even a play on words. It's literally just the word chismis.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, chismis is like gossip in like Tagalog.
Yeah.
So it's just like chatter. I was like, chismis sounds just so generic. What else can we add to it? And I was like, ooh, missed. Like, you guys don't want to miss this. So I was like, oh, I think chismis sounds way better than just chismis. You know, some people might just say it's not really that different, but to us, I think it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'll go first. Yeah. And then so basically, this is the origin story. Like the OG origin story. So I think it was March 2021.
Yeah.
So COVID was still a thing, but then we kind of became accustomed to COVID. Like, there was the restrictions and stuff. COVID, I feel like it will always be a thing.
It will still be a thing. I think, especially since even they said there was like it's not gonna go away.
Yeah. So basically, I felt like because like we were quarantined for a long time. My first year of uni, I was basically online. Yeah. Well, not basically. I was actually online, and so I was at home the entire time. And then so I was like, I realized that like, oh, it's been like this long of a time and I've done nothing. And I was like, oh, I want to do something. And this is also the time where I started watching Twitch streamers. And then I was like, oh, they are doing so much with their life and I'm literally just waking up, eating food, going back to sleep. Like, I'm literally doing nothing. And then so I was like, so my uncle actually came over. Okay.
Plug in the uncle.
I'm gonna like lose track of time with the story. So my uncle came over, and I'm not really a fan of my uncle. Like, he's alright, but I'm not a fan. So I did what any normal kid would do. Like, so I heard him at the front door. So I went to my bed and I pretended to sleep.
Oh.
So I closed my door and I closed all the lights, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that I'm asleep. And then I actually fell asleep. That's the funny thing. So I woke up and they're still there in the dining room. They're like eating and I'm hungry. I'm starving. I also need to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And my room is like right next to the kitchen. So if I leave my room, I would have to say hello.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not ready for like what they're gonna say.
The interaction.
I'm not ready for the interaction.
Yeah.
So I ended up calling one of my besties. And I was like, hey, what if I actually commit to starting this podcast? Because initially I think I talked about it with other friends and we just like thought of doing it.
We always joked about it.
Yeah, we joked about it, but we never committed to it.
Because we were like sitting, for example, we're eating dinner and then we were like in this circle among us. Like we can just start a podcast, but we never really planned through. We never spoke about it further on.
Like we were talking about like, oh, what's more business small businesses can restart.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't really want to start a business.
But then we involved the like media. We were like,
yeah,
because we're such a generation about the
Yeah.
media, right?
well, I wanted to do it more digitally.
Yeah.
Because the proposal of the other people were like, oh, we can start a store.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have the credentials for that. So then I called my friend, and then I was basically just telling her about the whole thing, like, while I was laying in bed, because they're still in the living room, like dining room, so eating. And I was like, and then I was telling her about, episode opportunities. Oh, maybe this episode and that episode. And, I was like feeling it. So I think the next day, because it was pretty late, I called you.
Yeah.
And I called 2 other people about it. And I did like a full on meeting. It was so funny. Like, I took it very seriously, but I felt so subconscious. Because I was just like, yeah, because I was just like, am I taking this too seriously? But at the same time, I was like, oh, I kind of want to take it seriously.
Because of the fact that we want to actually do it.
Yeah, because I wanted to act on something.
Yeah.
And then I realized like, oh, because like initially this was going to be online. Like we weren't going to be in person.
Oh, yeah.
And I did so much research about it. And I was like, oh, it's so difficult to do an online one because we have to focus on each other's setup. I was like, oh, you know what? Let's just do it in my living room.
Yeah, safe space.
Yeah, safe space. And then so I was like, oh, but we need to downsize. Because initially we're going to have like, oh, me and you as a host and some guests.
But we were thinking too far ahead in the future.
And I think like reflecting on it, I think it's just better to have 2 people if we're just starting up. So, I think that was basically, so, and then like, we started in March, and then I think ever since then we've been planning on like saving money,
investing in equipment.
Investing in equipment. Like I did not have this microphone. Before I started.
Yeah, but also we were like doing a lot of like meetings. Like we would call and have a lot of conversations about like what we're planning.
Yeah. #Discord. I love Discord.
Yeah, we remember.
And then like that was also when I just bought a PC and rebuilt it. And I remember because it was like so in Australia we have this thing called Easter Show. And then I basically used all my Easter Show money to like save up for like all the podcast stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, it's alright, it's an investment. I separated my money to like personals and savings.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's worth? So that was my origin story. What was yours?
So pretty much mine's around the same, but it basically started because of my whole I wanted to do the Twitch, right? When I got into getting involved with Twitch streaming, which I like have a bit of a platform already, but not too much, but it made me want to do more. Like I realized within this time in COVID, I want to be able to create something, especially at such a young age with my friends. I think that was one main thing. Ever since even in like when we're younger, like when we're in high school, right? But I still wanted to do something that involved friends and have that whole like conversation thing. I didn't want to just start like a YouTube channel where we can vlog and stuff. I think this is very intimate because you know how the world is so like we're closed off basically. I feel like this is how we communicate with the world in a way. Like we're just having a conversation with everyone. And I just wanted that, to be honest. But when you called me, I remember that because I was half awake. I remember you called me in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, hello. And then you're like, sorry, did I wake you? And I was like,
oh my God, you're exposing me.
And I was like, no, I was literally lying, but I was like, I woke up.
Yeah.
But when you said podcast, I literally was like, I'm awake. That made me so excited. And I was like, what can we do from this? Like, where can we go further on? Like, what do you need me to do?
Yeah.
Right. And I was getting really excited for like the involvement, the ideas that I was having, all the conversations I was thinking. Even now, we like planned already so many things. But that was like the biggest part when I was like half awake and then you told me and I was like, this is amazing. We should do it. And it just made me excited because he's not really social media. Like
I'm not. I'm such a lola when it comes to social media.
Yeah, he struggles and I'm just so proud that he is doing all of this stuff that involves social media platforms.
Yeah, I'm not really a poster.
Yeah.
I feel like I stopped posting on Instagram when we graduated.
Yeah.
Because the struggle of like, looking good
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm sitting here and I'm kind of self-conscious because I'm like, what do I look like? I'm just like, do I look good? And then yeah, and I'm just like, I'm too lazy to edit. Cause like before when I was way younger, I used to like be like, ooh, how many followers do you have? And I would compete with my friends in like high school. Oh no, high school, primary school.
Yeah.
But then like as it went on, I was like, nah, I just like following people. I don't really like posting.
Yeah.
I think and then anything else?
That just came up with like especially when you're talking about the business. I just wanted a side hustle.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be able to do something because so many people at our age are out and about doing something.
I know. And then there's like just like so successful. And then I'm just like, what did I do?
It's really inspiring pretty much.
Yeah.
But I think that leads on to our next question though.
Oh yeah, why did we start? How did we start? Why? I think it's pretty sure it's why. Why did we start?
Yeah, why did we want to start a podcast?
True. So
what was our influence?
So I'm exposing myself so bad.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, I did create a YouTube channel.
Oh my god, did you? What?
It was
like
called,
what year? I don't even think I know this.
Year 9. Year
no,
9?
I did know that then.
Yeah, year 9, because that's when I made a lot of my videos.
Yeah.
It was called, I think it was like Marvin Studios.
Cute.
Something. I was so bad with names. And then I even remember making my banner, my YouTube channel, on like Pick Monkey.
Oh my god.
And then it was like, it looked so like Tumblr because it was like the like coffee washed cityscape background.
Oh, kind of like a grain.
Yeah, with like those arrows that have feathers. And I'm just like looking at it and like,
a Hunger Games.
I want to die.
Yeah.
And then so that was like I also came out of like a very sad place because I jumped between like 3 jobs. It was just like not an enjoyable moment. I was like suffering mentally.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like recalling, when did I actually enjoy doing something?
Yeah.
So I was like, I actually enjoyed making those videos. They're like really fun. Like all the effort, like even though I was tired, I was like, it was fun though.
Yeah.
And there was also dancing. Like I used to like dancing, but now I'm just like, nah, I don't know how to get into it anymore. And if I'm bothered. So I was like, oh, then I'm just going to try to do this content creation thing to see how it goes, you know, so that I'm actually doing something instead of just like waking up, eating, sleeping, doing that
just
normal
that routine. I think because we got stuck in it, especially because of COVID.
Yeah, and also, as mentioned before, because I watch a lot. Now I watch Twitch streamers. When I see them just making content, I'm just like, oh my god, this looks so fun.
It's so fun, especially since they didn't know each other. You know, they're all from different places in the world. Yeah, and they all just came together.
And then also like the community that's built.
Yeah,
I feel like that's such an uplifting thing. Even though there's like obviously there's gonna be haters, but then there's like the community you build. I feel like that's such a fun aspect.
I think the positivity outweighs all the negativity all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. With me, of course in high school, but it's who I watch specifically at the young age of high school or at high school when I just needed someone to watch.
Yeah.
And always who made me happy, like whoever was there, it was like Ryan. Jenna.
Jenna Marbles? I miss Jenna Marbles.
And it was like the peak of like YouTube. And then I would like, as I got older, it was like the British YouTubers. It was like Zoe, Joe Sugg and stuff. I watched JK Party, which was really fun. And then it just made me be like, they're normal people. Yeah. But they just give such great content. And they just have such a nice presence with them, right?
And then when you said Ryan, I remember he made this stop motion video where like they took like thousands of photos of him and they had to cut it out. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my god, that takes so much effort, but also looks so much fun.
But I also love with for example, like it sounds like we're plugging in Ryan.
I know we're like plugging it, but these are just like our inspiration.
They're just so
people.
good, right?
Yeah, they're so good.
Like he would always do on his other channel, he would do like behind the scenes, and then you would see how messy it is. Like it literally takes so much effort, and then when you see the literally like 8-minute video, it takes like 3 days to make. And I'm like, this hurts, but I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, but also like, because you said, it just sounds like we're plugging in people, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like some people start something because they're inspired. Yeah. And these are like the people that inspired us. Because I feel like if I weren't exposed to like those people, like those old school YouTubers,
Yeah.
and like people who I watch on Twitch, like Valkyrie, or like, oh well, I know she's on YouTube, or like Fusely and stuff. Like I would never have the motivation to start it. Like it would
Yeah, for
always
sure.
like I feel like I'll just always just be like, oh yeah, it'll be fun to do it, but I wouldn't actually do it.
Yeah.
But watching these people, I'm just like, damn, I want to actually do something.
Yeah.
You know, and then yeah. So right now, before we go to the next topic, can we get a time check from our 14 minutes? Okay.
14, not bad.
Yeah, just letting you guys know, behind the camera, we have the amazing Patrice Clemente.
Our bestie
She
as
is
well.
our hairdresser, makeup,
Producer.
camera, photographer, assistant, manager. She's been doing everything. So I think we can move on to the next topic, which is fears. You know, starting this.
All our doubts.
Yeah, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, so I think when it comes to the whole excitement, of course, there's always a part of me is like, something's going to happen. Something possibly bad could happen to starting a podcast and then ended up not completing it, not doing it, not continuing. So my one was definitely, I was going to feel like I was burnt out, or I would see this as a chore instead of a fun experience to do with my friend.
Yeah.
Or I'll feel like we're going to like at one point clash because of something. Yeah. I was like, because we're so similar. And I've never had that moment with Marvin. And it's like, it's scary, you know? So that was like mine. But because you know, with uni, for example, you get burnt out, or like with any schoolwork. I thought if you do this, because it's not a job, but it's a hobby.
Yeah. Sorry, I just burped.
No, that's all good. But even with me, because like when I go to work, I feel like I'm burnt out. And if I do like this, something that I love, something that I want to do, will I be burnt out?
True.
And that's what I was always fearing. I was like, I just want to do this for fun. I want to do this for people to see, for people to hear, and just enjoy. You know, I wanted to still enjoy it. I want to always think about myself and you before anything else as well. So that's pretty much
so
mine.
true. Mine, oh my God, there's a lot of mine. I had a lot of doubts.
Same.
Especially because like I was the instigator of this idea.
Yeah.
So I am wow, my English. I am a future planner. So I like to think ahead in a lot of like things I want to pursue. So like literally when I was in school, I already knew what high school I was going to go to. I already knew what uni I wanted to go to. And then this one I was just like thinking about, okay, so what could happen, and what are things that could go wrong. So my main one was, okay, running out of episode ideas. I was like, oh my God, like imagine like what happens if we go to that point where like we just don't know what to talk about anymore. Especially because like we're not necessarily like in a specific category. It's more or less just like
variety.
Yeah, just like a variety, just chatting moment. You know, just for people to listen to in the background. And then the other one was, well, the online thing. I was really scared about the setup. So I basically had a folder or like a playlist on YouTube of like 20 videos on how to set up a online thing.
No, and also with me, when you told me about this, I did so much research. All my videos, recommendations on YouTube are just based off setups, podcasts, equipment.
Yeah, that's literally mine.
God.
And then I got really scared because I was like, one of the options for online was Zoom. And then I was just like, I don't know if I'm vibing with that though.
Because we're like aware of what Zoom is because of school.
Yeah, school. And also I was just like, there's not that much intimacy. Well, not like intimacy. Like there's not really a connection between us two, like as a host.
Yeah.
I thought it would just be awkward, like just looking at a screen, just talking.
Yeah, it's like, hello?
Yeah, like, hello, can you hear me? Hello, Zoom, 1, 2, 3. Hello, can you hear me? Breakout room. And then another doubt was yeah, because like when we started off really big, like having a lot of people and having like the conversation like, oh, by the way, we're gonna have to like cut it down. But our friends were very understanding.
They were.
I even had like a serious talk with everyone being like, like I did like pitch this as if it were a business proposal or something. I was like, how committed would you guys like to be? Like that was like the main question I have for everybody, because obviously I didn't want people to be burdened and be like with stuff like that. So I was like, so do you see yourself as like a host?
Yeah,
or do you
it wasn't like a test or anything. It was just a genuine question. Yeah, I remember.
Because like I kept on thinking about others. Like I even there was also this one moment where like I felt like I wasn't including Monica a lot in the process. So I straight up had like, I scheduled a time to talk to her and be like, hey, what would you like to? Because like at the time I was in charge of like setting up. Like she was only in charge of like tech research. And then I was in charge of like searching up how to set up the mic and the lighting, and it was my living room. And I was like, oh, I kind of ended designing some of the graphics as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I kind of feel like this is like a one-sided thing, not in the bad way, in the sense that like I wanted to involve you more.
Yeah.
So so then we had that talk, and then we were able to split up it, like more evenly.
Yeah.
And then yeah, because in group projects, PTSC from high school, like I'm always used to doing it by myself.
Yeah.
If you want it done, like I was told, like if you want it done well, do it yourself, and I was just like, I have that mentality. But then now
it's just built in you.
But then now I realize that like it's easier, like because like we're so close as friends, that like it'll be easier. Just
it's
to,
like we're not shy.
Yeah, like separate the load. And then another doubt, I have many doubts. So like when I got the mic, I was testing out my microphone, and I realized you can hear everything.
Yeah.
Our first, oh my god, our first tech run.
We got really sad.
Was the most depressing thing in the entire universe.
Wow, they didn't mention it. It just gives me like, I remember because we were like, is it meant to sound like this?
Yeah. Also, like just our lighting and everything, it made me like are we gonna continue doing this? Because it could easily have been like, oh, we can't do this anymore. Let's just quit.
Guys, I remember because Vin said, he was like, honestly, like, Mon, I'm about to cry. And I was like,
I was about to cry. I was about to cry because I was like, we bought all this stuff. We were so excited, and I was like, oh my god, this is just gonna be. We're just gonna have to quit because it's not working out. And I was
like trying to make him be positive. I was like, just look at your side, and it, like you can utilize like everything here. Yeah. And then we ended up going to IKEA. Yeah. Like afterwards.
Before we started with this setup, basically what we had was like, so my sister had like this multimedia set, and then it had like a white backdrop, and then we'll using like one of our lights, and then but it looked warm, like it looked comforting, but then I just wasn't vibing.
It was empty.
It was very empty. And in the background was just like not really it. No. It was just not really a vibe. And then this table. So we bought this IKEA because we did a IKEA / Bunnings / Officeworks / Kmart run. Like we went to places. We're like, what are we gonna do?
I was like, guys, tell me now. Drive us. Let's go. Yeah.
This table was too high.
Yeah.
Even though right now we're not using it, we found that the issue with the table is that like we need it closer to our mouths. Yeah, that's why we're holding them. So if you guys are like, why are they holding the microphone?
There's a whole ass table.
It's because it's too far. Like we can move forward, but then ergonomics, back support, like guys, come on, my lower back. And then even our old setup, we had no back, like
nothing, support. No support.
We're literally standing like this. And then right now, like it's only been like 3 seconds, and I'm already like having it hurt back.
Yeah.
And then we even look for like those Japanese chairs on the floor. Like I think that's what they're called, and they're like $80 on Amazon for one chair. And it's so weird because it's like, bro, that's made out of wood, and it's like $80 for one chair. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Or even when we were searching the backdrop,
like we can do like the fold divider, like a wall divider.
Yeah. And we saw how much it was, and I was like, that's not even gonna cover the whole thing. And I was like, what is this? We're over budget at this point.
I also had a wall divider, but it's so heavy, like just moving it like from the living room like back outside to the garage, it was so much effort. Because like a main thing we also considered was like how easily it would be to pack up. And then so I think my main concerns were like budget, basically everything that could go wrong.
Yeah, basically all the things that come with like equipment and stuff, because we were fairly new to it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of scary, to be honest, as well. And now that you mentioned the whole first tech run, oh my gosh.
And and then our audio wasn't working either.
Oh yeah.
Because we couldn't figure it out how to put 2 headphones, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so confusing. Yeah. I had to like rewatch my videos, and then but then we ended up turning out right. Like we had another tech run. I think the week after.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we had like I think in total 3 tech runs.
Yeah.
We to make sure it worked.
And a lot of meetings.
Yeah. A lot of Discord meetings. And then so I think those are my main concerns.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
So before we go to our final topic, we're gonna take a stretch / water break. So stay tuned, guys. For you guys, it'll be literally 1 second, but for us, it might be like 10 minutes or half an hour or 1 hour.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. See you guys soon.
Oh.
Do you guys stretch your legs?
Yes.
Do you guys drink water?
Yes.
Eat food?
No.
Yeah. Imagine. They don't even have time for that.
I was lying down majority of the time.
And I was just stretching my legs. My legs hurt so much. Floor gang. So our last topic for this debut origin debutante video is the future plans.
What does the future look like for Chismissed? What does it look like?
Yeah, what does it look like?
What do you hope for it to look like?
Okay. Who wants to go first?
You can go first.
You want to rock, paper, scissors for this?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Scissors, paper, rock. Scissors, paper, rock.
Okay. Oh, sorry, what?
Scissors, paper, rock.
Okay, I think you should go first.
I think winner decides.
Oh, I lost. Sorry, I don't know how rock, paper, scissors work.
Okay, you can go first.
Okay. So, starting this, I wanted to move it onto a content creation channel. You know, trying to pursue what I wanted to pursue ages ago when I was younger. So, I was really into skits, but I know they're not really a thing anymore, which is the most sad part ever.
I feel
like now it's more about challenges.
Yeah, I think challenges were back then as well, but I think with skits, they're on TikTok.
Yeah,
I'll say that they're on TikTok, but it's always like never a long skit.
Yeah,
it's like a 1 minute skit now, and it has to be funny. If it's not funny, you're canceled, bro. It's like
true.
So it's kind of hard.
See, that's what I thought. Like content creation, but I'm not sure what it is yet. You know, right now I'm just focusing on the podcast, and because like at the same time, I'm just like, what I want to be on Twitch or on YouTube. That's always a consideration of mine. I was like, oh, maybe some, you know, those videos where like they like show their day. Oh, vlogs. I would love to do vlogs.
Yeah, vlogs are fun.
Oh God, I'm just shouting into the microphone. Vlogs. You know, and in those videos where like, you know how it's so cinematic and so aesthetically pleasing, and it's like this like ASMR and like a I can't do ASMR on this microphone. Like those moments. Yeah, I would love to work on just like my video skills and stuff like that. You know, maybe challenges between us two. Whoever wants to join, that'd be fun. But yeah, I think for right now, I just hope that in the future we can, when we find more of our identity as a channel, we would still continue this, you know, and start building a community. Yeah. And then, you know, make sure that we love what we're doing, because starting this podcast has been very exciting for me. Yeah, like I think from leading to this first episode, even when we went on the break, we were like, how was that? That was good.
Oh,
like the break? It was like,
I felt good.
I felt great. You?
For me, I really want, as well as having a whole like identity already, I want other people to be able to speak their stories here, share stories with us, guests, you know, other of our friends. Yeah. I would love that for you guys to meet our friends. True. Because I think when we talk as a group, it's just funny.
It's wild.
It is crazy.
It's weird. I would mostly call it weird.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think it's great as well to have that whole like our friends be a part of the channel, you know? Yeah. Like our channel. And I also wanted to do the content creating as challenges. I really wanted a cooking show. Oh, God. Again, we got inspired by Ryan. Cooking, but not really.
Oh, that was so fun.
That was so fun.
I got sad when I stopped.
I know, me too. Because they were so creative. Yeah. Like, stop. But they also had a lot of money.
True. Cooking, I was thinking of like making the hardest foods ever.
True.
Or like filler foods. Like making a croquembouche bush. That's something I've always wanted to make.
True. But I also wanted to do stuff like where we can do it without the instructions, like the recipe. And then we just battle it out.
That's so janky because we're not even chefs.
But I'm like, if we battle it out though, like, who's gonna taste it? Who's gonna live or die when they taste?
No, she's shaking her head. She's saying yes. Oh yeah, she's saying yeah. She's down. She's so excited.
Expect it to come out.
It's in the video now. It's a contract by law.
Another thing that I wanted to do was what was something? It was more outside vlogs. Yeah. Like going out. Yeah. Even though we're not necessarily allowed to at this point because we saw in the news.
Oh wait, is there something new?
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about that later. Yeah. Because I don't ever know anything. Yeah.
But we'll just do it in a safe space pretty much. Yeah. But I really wanted to do like a lot of just the generic YouTube content, mainly for podcast, but more based on like activity wise.
Yeah.
Because we love going out.
Yeah, I think also because we live in like what is considered, well, we consider suburban. I'm just telling everybody. Yeah, suburban area. And then you know how like a lot of people that pop off on YouTube are like mainly in America. Yeah, because they have the sites, you know. But then, like, if you look around here, like we have what, like a supermarket.
Yeah,
we have an Asian market. Like,
it's considered though. Yeah. It's considered not rural.
Yeah, and then but I would love to just like, because we always go to the city, but we always go to the same part of the city.
That is.
And it only because it's like an hour away.
That is very
I don't have time for that.
That is
like sometimes I'm just very busy. And then yeah, I just would love to explore more. But at the same time, like these future plans are like future.
Yeah.
You know, because like I would love to see how this podcast goes.
Yeah, and we just want a lot of like viewer engagement, like you guys to tell us, right?
Yeah.
Like what do you guys want to see? And I think that even comes across with like when I stream, what I really want the most is for like the chat to be engaged with me.
Yeah.
So I can provide more content later in the future. And I think that's the same. Like once we go and post, I hope everyone gives feedback and then tell us what can we work on.
Yeah.
What do they want to see?
Am I talking too fast? I feel like I'm talking very fast. Like, not gonna lie, guys. I'm already doing it. If you guys watched the beginning half, I literally looked at Monica and I was like, "It's only been 25 minutes. I think I was talking so fast. Like, this is considered normal speech, right? Like, this is considered normal speed." And to me, I feel like I am driving in a school zone.
He's like blaming himself right now.
Yeah, because it's wild. Like, I naturally just want to speak faster, but I know this is what other people consider normal. And I literally feel myself holding back. It is the most difficult. Like, literally, I've had 8 jobs. And every single job has told me that, Marvin, when you're on pause, you speak way too fast. Like,
guys, we're just so used to it. I just know the Marvin language. I just know.
I remember one time I was presenting for like my my assignment, and then I was running out of time, and then one of my classmates, he messaged, because we're on Zoom, he messages on the chat and he's like, "Rap God Marvin."
Oh, because I'm just
like trying to zoom my way in. I'm just literally like, blah 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 blah, and then to me it's just normal, but at the same time it's like, because it's just a lot of saliva buildup.
Yeah.
And then, now I just feel so weird because I'm just always thinking, Marvin, slow down. Speak slower.
Like, just slow down. We have time. And then you asked me, and I'm just like, or you asked Patrice, and then she was like, it was fine. And I was like, now that I think about it was fine. But if I'm acting as if I don't know Marvin, he is Eminem. Yeah. Like, very fast.
She even had like a realization moment where she's like, wait, I think it's just because I know you.
I'm just used to it, she said.
Yeah, she was just so used to it. And I was just like, is it a bad thing?
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, would anyone even understand what I said in the beginning half?
Yeah.
Would they have to do like video speed 0.5 or something? Is that how it works? I'm talking so fast again.
He literally blinks so hard. He's like,
I blink so hard. Like, I have two main.
I freaking did it again.
I have 2 main issues: is talking really loud and talking really fast.
My issue is talking low, like being quiet, because I feel like Marvin might be louder than me because I'm like so shy sometimes when I'm talking. Like, am I being too loud? But that's my one, and also that, am I talking enough? You know,
True.
Like, am I just doing more or doing too much, you know?
I think you're doing great.
Thank you. You too.
Don't we?
You're doing great, sweetie. So good.
Yeah, I think volume wise, that's always an editorial thing. Something you can do in post.
Yeah, but another thing actually that popped up, like another thing in the future, I want oh my god, I just lost it.
You lost it? You want to pick it up again?
I will pick it up. I will.
What was it about? Should we read some words? Future.
Oh my
content.
god.
Vlog.
It was so good. Oh no, okay.
Oh.
I got it.
We connected.
Okay. We connected. It was the one word thing. But it's equipment in the future.
Yeah.
Like what we expect to see on Chismissed, a better setup or more equipment. Like instead of holding it,
Boom arms.
Boom arm.
Would be great.
It is in the process though.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It would be the next one, but I am quite tired of holding it already.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking of like our multiple camera angles. Yeah, I feel like that would be a great thing.
Yeah, that's very fun. We have so the thing is we do have 2 cameras. It's just that one camera doesn't have the same quality as the other one, and we don't want to fix that in post. Like we just want it to be like natural, already set up, right? So we just stuck with one camera. We even said like 3 cameras, but that's a bit too much. So,
and the other camera like has a timing limit for the video.
Yeah.
So the camera we're using now has a 30-minute recording time limit. So if you guys see me just keep looking at the screen, it's because I'm looking at Patrice and I'm just like, oh, how much time do we have left?
Yeah.
But yeah, another issue literally just arose 5 seconds ago. So it turns out that my battery is dying.
Oh.
So I think we should wrap up the first debut episode.
Yeah.
And yeah, so how do you feel? You know,
I
let's
feel
get our
great.
thoughts on how we feel.
I feel great. I feel like this was a success.
Yeah.
I feel kind of fabulous, to be honest.
I think I got more nervous because we have like these papers, right? Just to help us with the conversation in case it goes dead.
Yeah.
So I got more nervous in the intro because I felt like I was reading off a script.
Yeah, and I didn't want it to sound like a script.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a news reporter.
Yeah, I wanted it to be like unscripted. And then when we got to like our stories, I was like, I thought that's where I felt more comfortable because then like.
And I noticed she felt more comfortable when I was responding with.
Yeah. Because did it again. Because when like normally when I just talk, I just love when this came up because I'm literally the type of person that when
to branch.
Yeah, like if someone says something like, oh, can I be next? Can I be next?
Input,
and then I would always get in trouble because I'd be like, am I done? I'd be like, I'm so sorry. And then so I felt great. It felt amazing. Guys, let us know camera angles, lighting, microphone,
anything, any input, feedback, or what we're talking about.
Yeah. Also, guys, don't forget to follow us on our YouTube. Obviously, you guys are there. Give us a subscribe, a like, dislike. If you guys want to do dislike, haters gonna hate.
The algorithm.
Yeah. Like, dislike. Leave us comments. We don't even know when we're posting this.
No, we don't.
But it will be out there soon.
Yeah.
Hit the bell notification bar just so you guys know when we're posting. Also, follow us on Instagram. It's at Chismissed.
TikTok at Chismissed.
Yeah. Basically, it's all at Chismissed.
Yeah. Also, Twitter, we might do that.
Yeah, Twitter is a work in progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use the bird. I've never tweeted before. People attack me for like, Marvin, why are you on Facebook and not on Twitter? I'm like, because Facebook has videos and everything.
He's so behind because Twitter actually has videos now.
I literally see myself as like a Filipino Lola.
Yeah.
I'm literally at the moment where like, okay, for those who are just listening in, another future thing. Oh my God, it just came up.
Yeah.
I would love to have this on like Spotify.
Oh, that's what we forgot.
Platforms. But yeah, so that's like a future.
Me too. That's like our goal.
Literally, I thought of that because I was like, I need to describe it for people who aren't watching it.
Yeah.
But I realized we're only posting on YouTube.
Yeah.
For now. And I was like, oh yeah. So I guess, I forgot what I was just going to say.
We're saying that you felt like a Lolo, and I feel like his granddaughter.
Oh yeah, Lolo. Because like I literally hold my phone with like pointing with the index.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh no, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. Anyways.
That's all. Pretty much also follow me on Twitch at MJNLol. Road to affiliate.
So excited. She's so close, guys.
Yes.
So close.
Okay. See you guys next episode.
Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.